I've been playing sports and cooking food my entire life. Now I want to take you on an incredible journey to meet some outstanding athletes, try some awesome recipes with a side of tantalizing conversation. I'm Jen Heasley. This is Jen Heasley's Cooking with the Pros. So, who do you want in your kitchen on game day? Welcome to another episode of Jen Heasley's Cooking with the Pros. Today I am here again in Baltimore, Maryland, and I have a special guest, Bennie Thompson. We'll talk about Bennie's career in a little bit. You know, I like to start the show off with a tailgating tip. Today's tailgating tip happens to be the use of the plastic cup, whether it's a home gate, a tailgate. You want to make sure you have plenty of these. Why? Number one, they're disposable. Coupled with, you want to get your Sharpies, write names on them, and there's no loss. People will be able to locate their cups, and there will be no problems. So what I do with my kids or my guests when they come over, we write our names on, and then we decorate them. This is a very common culture. And then we actually have contests. So we have the contests, the kids enjoy it, the adults enjoy it. A lot of times my female friends really get involved in the cup decorating contest. So that's my tailgating tip. Get some cups, get some Sharpies, you're good to go. The next tip for the day is whenever I start my Tex-Mex themes, I often like to have my one of my appetizers. I like to use the corn tortillas. As such, you get the corn tortillas, and I like to cut them up in little strips. Now this is a way to make it special. You could buy your store-bought salsa, your store-bought guacamole, but you can spice it up with your corn tortillas. You slice them into little strips. We like little strips in my house. A lot of times people go wedges, we go strips. They're easier for dipping purposes or, I don't know, not as difficult to deal with. So I like the strips. You fry them up, 350 degree corn oil. And your guests feel a little special this way because you get the home version of the corn tortillas. 350. So hopefully when Bennie comes on, he can talk about his career. He can talk about his coaching. He can talk about his life now, post NFL, and what he's doing. He told me he was retired, and what retired means is he's retired, which I don't know what that actually means. Like he does nothing, he does something, I'm not quite sure. So we'll find out in a few minutes. So you fry up your tortillas. You fry your corn tortillas. At the end of frying them, then you want to add a little bit of salt, maybe some chili powder, maybe even a little lime zest to give a little kick. And there's a lot of flavor that's involved. So when you fry them up, your fried little corn tortillas are going to look something like this. Nice and crispy, but they're so much better than the store-bought version you're gonna get. So you definitely wanna go with your corn tortillas, cut them up, slice them up, make that fresh, but then you can get the other store-bought versions to go along with it. Your guacamole, your salsa, your sour cream, your jalapenos, all that. That will be an awesome appetizer for your opening part of our Tex-Mex meal. So I'll be right back in a minute with Bennie, and we're gonna work on our pork enchiladas. So we'll be right back. Welcome back. I am now on set, and I'm here with Bennie Thompson. Bennie, say hello.
Hi.
So Bennie and I are going to actually make our Southwest Tex-Mex menu. Are you cool with that?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm actually going to teach Bennie how to make some pork enchiladas. We're going to do some black beans, and he's going to show us how to roll them.
Right.
Okay. All right. Before we start that, Bennie, talk about your career, your NFL career, and how you landed in Baltimore and all that stuff.
Well, I started out in Kansas City, playing with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
I was there for a short period of time.
Okay.
And I left there and went to Canada and played 3 years in Canada.
Okay.
And eventually made my way back to the NFL, where I landed with the New Orleans Saints for 3 years. And once I left the New Orleans Saints, I was back to the Kansas City Chiefs for 2 more years. And then I went to the Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
And from there I was in Cleveland for 2 years, and we made the big move here to Baltimore. So now here I am.
He's here, and a couple with, you coached here as well too?
Right.
Okay.
I also coached the Baltimore Ravens.
So for how many years did you coach?
5 years.
So he coached for 5 years as well here in Baltimore. All right, let's talk food real quick, okay?
Yes.
We're going to do some pork enchiladas. So what I did yesterday was I roasted off a pork shoulder. People call it a pork butt, but it's also called a pork shoulder, technically. Okay. So I seasoned it with some Goya. This is an all-purpose seasoning salt, okay? I seasoned it with this. I seasoned it with what is called Sazón, and these are the little packets, and again, it's a Goya product, but I seasoned it with some Goya, as well as some garlic salt and some pepper, all right? And then you actually roast it for about like 8 hours, literally, like 200 degrees, low and slow. You don't, low and slow, low and slow, people, low and slow. All right, so all Bennie has to do is he's gonna come in here with our little fork. So we pulled it off. You take it, after it's been roasted, you let it cool down, you let it cool off, and then you like shred it with a couple forks. Okay? Mm-hmm. Have you done this before?
Never.
He's like, I've never done this, so this is good. So you're gonna take it, and what we have are our flour tortillas. So you wanna get a flour tortilla, and you're gonna take it, and you're gonna take a little bit of pork here. And fingers are key, people. When you cook, do you know fingers are key?
No.
Fingers are key. It's all right to use your fingers. They're the best tool when you cook. Take it, put it through the middle like such. All right. So we're gonna put the pork through the middle of our little tortilla. And then, again, fingers are key. So you can take it.
The cheese.
We have some Monterey Jack cheese. And with the Monterey Jack cheese, you make a healthy, healthy dose. And then you roll it like a cigar. Are you familiar with rolling a cigar?
No.
He is not familiar with cigar rolling, but I will now demonstrate. You kind of roll it tight, as such, and you want it to look like this. Your end result of your enchilada should be like that. Do you feel like I've prepared you?
Yes.
Good. And then I'm all about the disposable baking trays. These are key. If you're going to do a home gate or a tailgate, you want these.
Okay.
He doesn't cook, so he's like, I could care less. You want this because are you a dishwasher?
No.
So he's not washing dishes. So if you don't like washing dishes, this is very important for you.
Just throw it away after
you throw that bad boy away, you're done. So
I kind of like that. Then.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Something simple, something easy. After that, we're going to top it with some verde salsa and a little bit of queso.
Okay.
Which is a cheese. Okay? So you're going to start this. I'm going to start the beans, and we're going to talk a little bit more about your NFL career. Okay. Show me. First of all, demonstrate for me. Go ahead. I want to see a demonstration.
Okay.
You can get more than that. Go ahead. Fingers are key. Fingers are key. There you go. Okay. So what I do know about Bennie, tell us where you went to college, Bennie.
Grambling State University.
Grambling State. And what's one of the biggest things about Grambling State we can talk about?
Best college coach ever.
The most winningest, right?
The most winning and the best.
Oh, and the best. Let me not take away the best part. So how was your experience at Grambling?
It was, at first, I was a little hesitant because of the fact that I've never been away from my family, but I got used to it.
Okay.
So I kind of fell in love and, went there and started doing what I enjoyed doing, was playing football.
Right. Go ahead and add some cheese. So you got there, and then you had those years there. So what was it like actually being there under that program? Because I know that's a program.
It was great because Coach Eddie Robinson was probably one of the few coaches that would come to the dome in the morning to wake us up. Unlike the other coaches would probably send their assistant coaches.
Right.
So he would come himself.
First thing.
And you had to put your feet on the floor.
And he made you?
Yeah. He was preparing the guys for life after football.
Okay.
A life before football, because once you leave there, you're not guaranteed to play in the professional.
Exactly.
So he was preparing you for that 9 to 5.
Right.
To get up in the morning and make sure you're up to go to work.
That's awesome.
So, am I ready to roll this?
You're ready to roll. Let me see. Go. Yeah. Tuck it. You want to tuck? You tuck. There you go. Tuck. There you go. There you go. See? And you want to keep
tight.
You want to keep it tight. You must seam side down. Seam side down. There you
go.
Pull it up like that. Seam side down. See that?
Is it?
Seam side. Yeah. Seam side down. you want to see it? Okay. You got to keep going. See, we have like you got to fill. You have to fill up the pan.
I do.
You got to. Yeah. There you go. It's a coat. Yes. We cook.
So you want me to continue to talk?
Yes. Tell me more. Okay. Well, actually, let's stop a minute. So what we're making right now are some black beans, because when you have enchiladas, you have rice and beans, right? So what I have is a green pepper, serrano pepper, jalapeno pepper, and some red onion. You like that?
My favorite.
And I'm sauteing them up. And I'm going to add in 2 cans of just black beans. You do not drain off the liquid that comes in the can. Okay? That's part of the richness of our beans. And you're going to add a little water. You add some either a red wine vinegar or some cider vinegar. And then we're going to also add, again, we'll go back to my packets, Sazone. You see this? Sazone.
Yes.
You want Sazone. Sazone is key whenever you do black beans. All right? That, and we're going to add some cilantro.
I'm trying to concentrate on this.
He's like, this is like the best cooking lesson ever. Tight, go tight. You got it. Go over top. It's a tuck and roll. A
Yeah,
tuck and roll.
that's
A
it.
tuck and roll. Tuck and roll. Tuck and roll. Come on,
That's
come on,
what I
come on.
gotta
There you go.
remember,
Tuck and roll.
And tight.
All right.
And tight.
And tight. Cigar. Oh my God. Woo! That's awesome. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best one yet.
I sure wish my sisters could see me.
They would be so proud. They would be
Yes,
so
they
proud.
would.
All right, so Bennie and I are going to keep preparing our enchiladas. I'm going to keep preparing our black beans, and we'll be right back. We'll work on some rice. How do you feel about the rice?
Great.
Okay. And we're going to make a margarita. How do you feel about the margarita?
Oh, I love
Oh,
margaritas.
he's talking about the margarita. So we'll be back with the margarita. We'll be back. So Bennie and I are back, and Bennie is going to finalize our pork enchiladas. So what Bennie has is some store-bought queso dip and some store-bought salsa verde. Now, do you know what salsa verde is?
No.
Okay, so salsa verde is made with tomatillas, so it's a green sauce. And it's tomatillas, use some other peppers, use some garlic, use some onion, and that's how you get salsa verde. You typically like either roast them or you will like steam them and then puree them in a blender. Mm-hmm. You're like, yes, I've never heard of this. But it's easier for you to go with the store-bought version, all right? So this is our fabulous pan. There you go. Display your work.
Okay.
This is his work. Bennie did an awesome job. There you go. Yay! He did an awesome job rolling them into cigar-like fashion. We threw some Monterey Jack cheese in there.
Right.
And now he's going to top it off with the queso. He's going to top it off with some salsa verde. I will now work on our rice. We have our black beans cooking.
Okay.
And we'll work on the rice. What I like to do with my rice, we're going to do like what I call a cilantro rice. So we're going to throw in some red onion. If you've ever watched my show, you know some red onion is my best. I love red onion.
I do too.
See, there you go, babe. So we're going to throw it. It's going to be, ready? Hear that sizzle? You all right?
Yeah.
We got our red onion in there. He's like backing away because I'm like about to burn him. So we have about, this is basically, I'm going with like a half cup of red onion. And what I like to throw in also is, I do one whole serrano. No. I do a poblano. I do a whole poblano pepper and 2 jalapenos. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that brings the heat. Do you like the heat?
Yes.
You told me you like the heat. So we have a serrano, a poblano, and 2 jalapenos. All right. So, and we're going to sweat these out. You know what it means by sweat them out?
No. What?
It means you cook them down until they're translucent. It means they lose a little bit of their color, a little clearer, and that's what we're going to do. Do that, and then we'll add in our rice and our liquid. See what I'm saying? Look at that. How does it smell already?
Great.
Smells great. Mm-hmm. All right, so Bennie's doing that. All right, Bennie, while you're doing that, talk to us quickly about, not quickly, a little bit. So once you got into the world of coaching compared to being a player, what was coaching like compared to just your life as a player?
Well, it was hard at first because most of the guys that I was coaching was the guys that I played with. And there was a lot of them was my very, very close friends that I had to kind of give orders to. So to make a long story short is I sit around and listen to them as they would talk, and they was talking to me like if I was still playing with them.
Okay.
And it was the things that we did as players outside of the organization that I used to have to hear.
Right.
And that made it even difficult because it was like one of those things where, hey man, we going so-and-so tonight, we got the limo, we got the drinks, we got this, we got that. And here I'm going, I got to go upstairs and get ready for tomorrow's game film, practice film. So it was very, very difficult at first, but as I got more into it, it kind of just blew over my head afterwards.
Right. I mean, so coming out of it, because you knew coming, like you were fresh out the boat, like you were fresh right there off the whatever. You were like, okay, I'm coming out of the this into the waters of this. So you had to now, I don't want to say act like an adult, because I don't mean that, but you had to go from what was, here I am in this position, now I'm going into this position. That must have been tough.
It was. And the toughest part about it, a lot of the zeros was knocked off the checks.
Oh, and there was loss of income as well. I mean, but when you know what, because it's like, you know, I guess you're saying you played with them, so these people were really, they were your friends.
Oh yeah.
I mean, these are your friends.
As I said, they were very close friends.
Right. Okay.
Very close.
Okay.
Guys that I played right next to, you know. And that kind of thing.
I mean, if you, The irony is, I did a show recently with Louis Riddick, and he said that he played with you.
Yeah.
We don't need any stories right now. But he said that he played you. You were a great guy. But while you were here in Baltimore, like if you had to say, who were the people that maybe you were closest to when you played here in Baltimore? Or in Baltimore?
There's no one guy that I can say I was close to. As a matter of fact, I was close to most of all the guys that I played with.
Okay.
In other words, I had a good relationship with I would say 99% of the guys I ever played with. So,
because you're just a nice guy.
Right. Well, at least I try to be.
No, that's good.
Yeah, so, but I had a very good relationship with most of the guys I
Okay, cool. That's
played
good.
with.
Okay, we're gonna talk food quick. Okay. So now it's all right. So now Bennie is now on to the salsa verde. So we have our queso. He's now adding. Go ahead, keep going. You're doing a good job. He's adding the salsa verde, which again is our green sauce. I am sweating out, cooking down our vegetables for our rice. Again, I have a poblano, not a serrano. I have a poblano and 2 jalapenos and a red onion. Over here, I am also cooking down my black beans for our black beans rice and pork enchiladas. And we're also going to have, yes, I know you'll be shocked, but a margarita.
Oh, I love margaritas.
He says, oh, I don't say oh. It'll be a strawberry margarita.
Love margaritas.
And what I'm actually chopping up over here is some cilantro. Cilantro is key for all Tex-Mex, Southwest, all those dishes, right?
Yes.
Do you like the smell of the cilantro? Can you smell it?
No, I can't.
Oh, he can't. Okay, then he can't smell. I can smell it. It smells great. All right, so he has it. Go ahead, put it back in there. All right, no, go ahead, yeah. Now I need you to stir this. Toss around. Don't touch this because it's hot. Just toss around. There you go. All right. So now, as you've moved forward, when I talked with Bennie, he told me, I asked him, what does it mean to retire? He told me retirement means retirement, which means?
I don't work.
But he goes to the gym a lot, right?
Yes.
Do you play racquetball?
I work out and play racquetball on a daily basis. So, but a lot of people do not understand when I say I am retired, I am retired.
Okay, so are you like a champion racquetball player? Or
no,
like
I'm not the champion.
You're not a champion?
No.
Do you feel like you go out there with the effort to beat other people?
Oh, I definitely do that. I'll compete with my own kids, but at the same time, the guy that I'm actually playing against is actually the 4th best in the world. So he's a pretty good guy.
Okay, so you feel like this is like Olympic style racquetball up in here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so Bennie's working on our vegetables for our rice. I'm gonna toss around our black beans. Okay, what's gonna happen is we're gonna come back and we're gonna mix up a fabulous margarita.
Oh yeah.
You see, Bennie's ready for the margarita. So we're gonna finish off our beans, we're gonna finish off our rice, we're gonna finish off our enchiladas, and we're gonna make a margarita. Say yay to the margarita.
Yay.
No, say yay to the
I love it. I love it.
So we'll be right back. This is the moment, Bennie. This is the moment where we taste the food and enjoy it. Okay, how do you feel about that?
Great.
He's excited.
Yep,
So he has created the enchiladas, the pork enchiladas, right?
Yes.
And he rolled them like cigars. Yes. Do you feel like you did a good job?
I think so.
No, they look great. You did a great job.
They look better than I thought they would.
Yeah, I know. See, look how well you've done. Okay, so we have.
I can't wait to taste them.
Exactly. So you have the enchiladas. We did the black beans, and we did the rice. And when you have like a big tailgating party or a big home party, these are easy foods to prepare. You put them in a pot. You let them cook down. This is no fuss, no muss. You know what I'm saying? It's easy, 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 easy. All right. So I'm gonna get you some black beans. I'm gonna spoon them up. So tell me now, what you do. You retired?
Yep, and just that word, retired. I am retired.
And you what do you go to the gym?
Yeah, I go to the gym. I work out maybe twice a day, sometimes
twice a day.
And
3 times?
And 3 or 4 times a week.
Okay. Oh, I thought maybe 3 times a day.
No, I work out twice a day, 3 or 4 times a week, but I work out 6 days a week.
Okay.
I don't always work out twice a week.
And Bennie is very fit. So, and you play racquetball?
Yep, sure do.
So, who's your biggest opponent now in racquetball, my friends?
Well, actually, it has to be a guy that I've been playing lately who's probably about 64, 67 years old. And he's a pretty good guy. He's a very well-conditioned guy. And
you trying to take him down?
He's amazing.
Oh, he's
Well, he's
amazing.
very good.
Okay.
He's very good. Trust me, he is. He's very good.
He's doing his thing. All right, real quick. I like to top my beans off with a little bit of tomato, a little red onion,
Love onions.
and some lettuce. This is how I serve it up. There you go. If you go to any restaurant, a Mexican style restaurant, that's what you get.
Yep.
Okay, so we have our black beans with our tomato, lettuce, and onion. We have our cilantro rice, and we have our enchilada. What's the best thing we're gonna make right now?
Margarita.
We're gonna make a margarita. We're gonna make a margarita. Okay. In my blender, I have some ice, and I have just frozen strawberries. You do not have to break the bank on this, babe. You have to break the bank. You go get some frozen strawberries, and we're gonna add some gold tequila. We're gonna add just your store-bought margarita mix, and you're gonna add what is a cognac, an orange flavored cognac. I have chosen Grand Marnier, but you could of course get any version that you want. So I am a free pourer. I was actually a bartender for a long time. Are you shocked?
No, I'm not. But
Does it make the margarita?
I can tell if he was a bartender because bartenders tend to have light hands.
See, look at that. That wasn't light. That was heavy. What are you talking about? Oh no, people. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna pour it in. So I have not opened my bottles. Let me open my bottle. Are you a margarita fan?
Yes.
Okay, so do you like the flavored margaritas?
Yes.
Okay, good. So we're gonna throw this in. Little Grand Marnier. Again, free pour people. Don't get crazy.
Ooh.
And, I know, you like that? I'm good. And the store-bought margarita. Margarita mix. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna blend this up real quick. Look at me. See, I'll go lighter on that. See, I'll go lighter. And then we're gonna blend.
Okay.
All right, so Bennie and I are going to blend this up and watch the magic. But Bennie, you know what? When I have people in my kitchen and we're doing what we do, I always ask my guests who they want in their kitchen on game day.
Jen, for sure.
You want me for sure?
Yes.
Think up.
Wow, this is good.
Say goodbye.
Good. Goodbye.
Take care.
I'm gonna finish this. And we'll see y'all
And the
later.
food, and the food too, not just the drink, and the food.
And we'll see y'all later.